It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A notorious rapist and pedophile could be released from jail as early as next week, just 9 years after a sickening sex attack at Lake Macquarie. Kevin Howard is up for parole after serving his sentence for filming himself perform a series of sex acts on a 4-year-old girl in 2006. The 62-year-old has also served time for other sex offences dating back to the 1970s. The state has lodged an application to have him subjected to strict supervision should he be released. Communications Minister Malcolm Turnbull says the Hunter will soon begin to enjoy the benefits of high-speed broadband. The NBN Co has been conducting trials on the Central Coast for several months, with some areas to receive fibre to the premises, while others will receive fibre to the node and then utilise the existing copper network to connect households and businesses. Malcolm Turnbull says the commercial rollout of the NBN is due to start next month.
And so the Hunter will be starting to see the benefits of this service, which already in the areas where it is being trialled on the Central Coast is delivering download speeds of close to 100 megs down and close to 40 megs up. So it's very high speed broadband, and of course we can roll it out much more quickly and at less cost than if we were doing fibre to the premises everywhere.
The Hunter Valley's thoroughbred breeding industry has slammed the Planning Department's backing of the controversial Drayton South coal mine. In a report to the Planning Assessment Commission, the department said the economic benefits of the mine outweigh the costs, including the risk of losing the world-renowned Coolmore and Darley horse studs. The Thoroughbred Breeders Association says the mine puts $1 billion industry at risk. Transport Workers Union members will hold a protest rally in the Hunter today to highlight the high death toll in trucking and the need for accountability by retailers when it comes to pay and conditions. A protest bus will make its way from Brisbane and stop at Swansea at 3 this afternoon, ahead of the annual Transport Workers Union conference in Sydney tomorrow. Union Transport Coordinator Craig Williams says the industry needs to change.
There's approximately 353 drivers died on the road last year, and that's one of the highest, workplace deaths in all industries. And, it's because, I suppose, the pressure that's put on drivers, to drive long hours because places are a long way away from each other and they have to drive long distances to get the freight delivered.
Newcastle Council is looking at ways to reduce traffic congestion around the popular Memorial Walk. The coastal attraction is causing chaos on surrounding streets, especially on Sunday afternoons. As a result, Council is trialling the closure of Cliff Street near the Memorial Drive and High Street intersection, while a pedestrian crossing at the entrance to the car park will also be installed. New South Wales Planning Minister Rob Stokes will address a Revitalising Newcastle business and industry breakfast this morning to outline the government's vision for Newcastle. The breakfast is being held to inform people about Urban Growth New South Wales Revitalising Newcastle program with a focus on job creation in the CBD. Urban Growth New South Wales Program Director Michael Castle says Newcastle's future prosperity will be built around job creation, investment and social infrastructure.
One of the key aims of revitalising Newcastle is to understand how we can create jobs. We see that as a critical component for the growth of the city. So we'll be looking to tap all the business people's ideas around how we can achieve that.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13.
Knights Chief Executive Matt Gidley has ruled out Danny Badiris as next season's head tactician, despite the 37-year-old legend hinting he would consider a long-term appointment. The Hall of Fame legend guided the Knights to back-to-back victories against the Tigers and the Storm, lifting them off the bottom of the ladder. The club is optimistic Badiris will remain with the Knights as an assistant strategist next year. Meanwhile, Knights chairman Brian McGuigan has shrugged off rumours the Knights have been marginalised by other clubs. It follows speculation a Super League-style breakaway competition is being considered due to growing disenchantment with the governing body. In soccer, the Wallsend Red Devils are hoping to continue their recent success when they take on Valentine for the second-tier major premiership this Sunday. They're hopeful of a victory coming off the back of a 6-1 thumping of Lake Macquarie last weekend. That's sport. I'm Sally Spicer.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 7.